Hey everyone, welcome back to the Collector Chatter podcast. This is episode 13. On today's episode, we actually have our second ever guest, which we are super excited to have him here. So, like we did in the first time where we had Jeremy, we're going to get Ezra this time to be involved in our normal conversations with news and drops that happened last week, as well as kind of digging more deep into him as a collector, a little bit of know about him. He also has his own business and stuff, so we'll get into that as well later on. But right off the bat, just kind of want to say hello, guys. Charlie, as always, my co-host. So how are you? How was the week? And then Ezra, let us know how everything's been going with you, man.
It was a good week. It was a great weekend. Got into the holiday spirit. I got Christmas tree behind me, decorated it with my family, so that was fun. And yeah, it was the Comic-Con releases this week were a little interesting. Basically got what I know we'll get into it in the news, but got what I wanted from Funko.com. I'm really wanted the Cad Bane pop and can't find it in my Target stores, and I don't understand why Target hasn't dropped it. Through the only retailer who hasn't released their stuff, which
Yeah.
I'm now starting to think is it just not going to happen, which is going to really suck.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. How's your week, Ezra?
It's been pretty good. Been pretty busy doing packaging this week and missed out on a lot of the con stuff. And I do have news for Charlie. Target on the 10th is said to release the Cad Bane for those that didn't get it.
Oh, awesome.
The 10th.
That
Nice.
is good to know. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
because
that
I'm looking for that too. That's awesome, actually. So yeah, I wanted to start off with that. So obviously, Festival of Fun was something that just recently happened. We all went into an in-depth, breakdown of Festival of Fun a couple episodes ago where we were ripping it because, it was obviously NYCC part 2. But regardless, we don't want to get too deep into that. More so just as the actual drop happened, like what we got out of it. So personally myself, so I just went on Funko. I'm actually, it's crazy because I was looking before we hopped on here today. All the stuff is still up.
available.
The only thing that sold out was the Jimi Hendrix Blacklight, which I did grab that. So I was excited for that one. And then I grabbed the Freddy Funko. It's still up there. The Mandy Pop, me and Charlie were talking about that. It's from old school horror movie. That's still up there. Everything else is still there. So it's kind of surprising, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of these cons, they have been dropping extra stuff that just sits around. So it's been a little weird. But unlike other cons, if you wanted anything else that was shared, you had to go directly through their sites. So I found that a little bit of a pain in the butt because like FYE dropped 1 pop and then GameStop dropped like 2 pops or whatever. So you had to kind of go on each site. I don't think I grabbed anything else. The one I was really wanting was what we just talked about, the Cad Bane, and Target never dropped it online, which I thought was crazy. Like I know they're doing some in store, but at least do the online drop. I don't know. Like I think Charlie got similar stuff that I got, right?
Yeah, I think we got the exact same stuff. The Jimi Hendrix, the one from Mandy, the cheddar eating goblin, and then the Freddy Funko, which I'm surprised that's still available. But I wonder if people, I don't know, they're just not into the sports ones, or because
that could be it.
It's just weird to me. Like I feel like Freddy's normally go pretty fast, so this probably is not really going to be worth. Not that I care, but like it's probably not going to be worth really anything.
Yeah. What about you guys? Did you grab anything, or were you excited about
the Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah.
I got on and go, there's only 8 pops. This is amazing.
Yeah, it was weird. It was so easy, right?
Yeah, it was so easy. It was strange.
Yeah, normally you're like excited and then they put everything on there, even if it's a shared exclusive. So you're kind of like running through and, hoping to grab stuff. I feel like that makes it more exciting and usually stuff sells out faster. Like I know some of the anime pops and stuff, things that dropped through like Hot Topic, like those were pretty sought after. Like I know those ended up selling out and stuff. I wasn't really going after too many of those. I know some people actually went to the Hot Topic that day because they were also dropping some of the pops from the NYCC that they finally decided to drop, because they were delayed from back then. And I know one of them was like the EV Diamond. So those are usually big flipper ones because those prices go up high on those. Yeah. So like those were up there. And then the sodas, I know Ezra, you picked up a couple of sodas or the Ivy one, right?
Yeah, I picked up 2 of the Poison Ivies.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Me and the wife got in the car, and whenever we popped them open, they were both the chases.
Yeah,
that's so awesome.
I do not have that chase luck at all.
It's a glitter one, right? How's it look though? Is it nice?
Yeah. We're like y'all. Whenever we open them, we always crack the bag. We never look at the fog. So whenever we had our eyes closed, and I felt it. And I go, holy crap! You can feel the glitter, and it's
That's
just
sweet. Oh yeah, hair and everything.
Super
Yeah,
glittery.
that one I did not pull. I actually have that one from back when the original con. Well, I don't. I think I have the
International
international one.
can.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was. I had gotten the international cans that dropped a while ago, but pulled 2 commons. I didn't get it lucky. And same thing with the Pumpkin King Jack. Pulled 2 commons on that. So
I've had
unfortunately,
luck these last few orders from Funko. I got the John Lennon. I bought 1 pop and pulled the chase, and then whenever the Naruto. When the Naruto and the barrel, I got both of them in my cart. And first can I opened was the Naruto chase. And then the wife came in and she's like, hey, open up 1 random out of mine. You've got some luck. So I was like, why not? I'll open your Hermie. And when I opened it, I go,
got the chase
oh,
of
man.
that too.
I was like,
Oh, it
Hermie got
is,
a
yeah,
book.
with the
That's
book.
different. I said, why Hermie got a book? It's different. So that was the chase.
that is sick. So you've been really lucky with them, all the new ones at least. Yeah, I'm still waiting. I have a box open up of those, a few of those like Christmas ones and the barrel and stuff too. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, that was Festival of Fun. It wasn't anything crazy. I think for the most part, people got what they wanted. I don't think there was as much hype behind what they actually had. And I think because of the sour taste and how everything went down, I don't think it was as, exciting for everybody. But that was like the big thing that obviously happened. However, there was a couple cool drops that I think are pretty exciting. One of them is the Marvel Collector Core box. They did announce a new one is a Disney Plus one, which I thought was pretty cool because I think what they're going to do is basically
Take a
it should be a
collection from all the
mix of the
shows,
different, for the different shows. So
which is pretty
it's
cool.
going to be interesting which one will be a pop versus what'll be like a keychain or stickers and stuff like that. So I wonder what they're going to do. I just hope they don't like repurpose a pop that they already came out with this show, and hopefully they do something pretty exclusive because that's the
I
whole
was
point
trying to
of the
think of
box.
like what it could be. And then I'm like, you know what? I wonder if one of them, because it'll probably be 2. One of them probably will be just a different pose of a character. I just feel like
Did
there's
they
no way
drop
it's
a
going to be
Kang?
anything of
Did
what
they drop
if.
a Kang when Loki first in the original wave?
It ended up being like in the last wave of it, like how how they were coming out after every week.
Yeah, okay. Because I was
When
gonna say that would be a cool character to do.
Yeah, it would be. The finale though had that. There's no way it can be another what if pop. It had its own box, and there's a million what ifs. Like I don't want another what if pop, even though I love the show. Like I don't want another one of that.
Yeah, it would have to be Wanda
unless it's something
or
from
Loki.
Hawkeye. It could be.
Could be. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Do you collect the Marvel Collector Core boxes? That's what I used to, but recently I haven't gotten them.
No. I've been building more up on horror lately.
Yeah, I slowed down on like that side of Marvel because I started fearing like the stuff wasn't really that exclusive or that cool. They were kind of just pumping out extra pops just to put them in a box. But I think it's interesting that they have this. It's not a specific one, so it is kind of cool that it's going to be a
I like
a variety. That. So I do like that aspect. I'm sure they could continue to do that kind of thing when more shows come out. But 2 other ones that were big ones, so Star Wars ones, of course. I know we're all pretty big Star Wars fans. GameStop Jar Jar Binks was announced, and then the glow in the dark Luke from Entertainment Earth, which that's awesome. So sick.
I know,
with the hood on.
It's awesome.
And yeah, it glows in the dark, which is also cool. I don't really like that it's through Entertainment Earth.
I hate that it's through Entertainment Earth.
Their
I don't
shipping
like from them.
is so expensive, and I feel like they take forever. So I don't know. We'll see. That one's pretty cool though. And then the Jar Jar one I know was a big deal to people who, because there hasn't really been a pop of him in a while.
There's just the one that's
just
from
that one.
One of the OGs,
one of the original ones. So that's a cool one to see, like an extra one of those.
Which I so wish I had at the time. Like I could have gotten it. I was like, I don't want a Jar Jar pop, and now I'm like, oh, I wish I got that.
Yeah, being the only one makes it like big. I mean, this one seems pretty cool. It's just at least they're going back to some of these characters and not overdoing one character like too many times. Like it's cool that they're doing these other extra one-off guys. But that was a cool one. There was also a new NBA wave. I know I'm a pretty big sports collector, so I don't know if I'm going to necessarily get them, but I think they've been doing a pretty good job with at least they look just like the guys, like their hairs.
Dude,
now
they're pretty cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're doing pretty good detail on like the sports pops and stuff. So that's just kind of expanding that line. The Funko Gold line is expanding as well. Charlie, I know you don't have any. Ezra, did you get any of that first wave of the gold, the wrappers? Ezra?
No.
No, okay, yeah, I didn't think. I got the initial one when it was like Biggie and Tupac and stuff, and then I know this new one they're doing like
It's TLC, which is
TLC, and then Andre
Andre
3000 and
3000.
Big Boy, yeah, which is Outcast, which is cool because there's two different versions, kind of like different outfits. So those are kind of cool. I don't think I talked about it when I did like an unboxing of these, but they're not the most detailed. Like it's not exact replicas of the people, but if you know the character and you're a fan of that artist, it's a pretty cool collector thing. I think they only announced like the smaller ones though. They didn't announce any of the bigger size ones like they did with the Biggie. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if they keep it. Obviously, they're going to continue.
Which do they make any of the NFL ones bigger size?
Yes.
Okay. So
yeah, Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson, which Russell Wilson I think was one of the exclusive ones or something. Okay. Those they have in that 12. I think it's 12 inches. They're bigger size, I think. But most of them were 5. And then basketball, they did like LeBron. I think maybe only LeBron in the 12 inch.
Yeah, I think they only did LeBron.
So yeah, so they've been a little bit like picky on what they're picking up. And then we also had Hawkeye. So Hawkeye's obviously, we talked about this before. Hawkeye, they're basically gonna wait every episode when they unveil people. They're gonna start drop pops. So they did the Maya Lopez is the, of course, was unveiled. If you didn't watch, spoiler alert. But
I haven't watched the last episode.
Okay. So I don't want to get too in depth with it, but it kind of ends where you see her in episode.
She's at the end of episode 2.
Yeah, she's the end of the episode. So basically, that character is a little bit more. They go in more depth on that character. So they dropped a pop already of her. It's a pretty basic one. She's not in like any superhero type outfits, just her basic girl name's Maya Lopez. But I think it's pretty cool. That line's obviously going to keep growing. So every time an episode comes out, they're definitely going to be dropping another. And
then they came out with an Amazon exclusive Kate Bishop, which is pretty cool.
Another Kate Bishop,
action pose with her like the arrow.
Which you have the one with her and the dog. I think was the first one,
which will be a common, yeah.
And then now this one with the action pose, which is Amazon. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we had NFT news real quick. Yes. So Star Trek NFTs dropped this past week. I know we were both kind of excited for it. So I grabbed a couple packs. Didn't get anything crazy. I got some random ones. But Charlie, if you guys didn't watch, he dropped a short here on the channel and on our Instagram, opening up one of his packs, and you actually pulled 2. You pulled a legendary
and a
grail.
Yeah, so I got
both redeemable.
Yeah, so Spock was a grail, Kirk was the legendary. Yeah, both redeemable, both in the same pack. I mean, where you guys have the soda luck, I have been having the NFT luck. I mean, I got a redeemable for the Halloween one too, and they're the only 2 drops I've gotten. So I'm gonna keep this wave going. Hopefully, I'm really enjoying the Funko NFTs, but I won't get them every time unless it's something that I'm interested in. Like when they came out with the Iron Maiden ones, I wasn't really interested.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like Iron Maiden, but I didn't really want the NFTs of that. And even though weirdly enough, I'm a pretty big Ninja Turtles fan, I wasn't like on board with them yet when that came out. And then the other ones were just kind of wasn't really interested.
With the Star Trek ones, I got down to 14 minutes of wait time in my web browser refresh.
Oh,
so
49 minutes, and I said nope, I'm not getting in.
I told Charlie, so they break it down obviously with premium packs, which is basically 3 packs essentially with 5 cards each, and then you can do the individual packs. And when I got, so Charlie got in pretty quick, so he grabbed 2.
Yeah, it took me like 7 minutes.
Mine took maybe half hour-ish, and I got in, and all the premium packs were gone. So I was like, all right, let me just get a few of these individual of the standard packs. But I feel like the premium packs is kind of where they put the better stuff in, even though I think it's technically just supposed to be 3 packs bundled together. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if anybody out there knows the actual details of why they separate it that way. But yeah, he got lucky right off the bat. I mean, I was just looking for the redeemable pops. I'm not huge into the NFT thing. Like, obviously, they're supposedly going to be big down the line. You hold on to them, they're an investment, yada, yada. But I was just more excited for if I could just take a shot at getting one of these exclusive limited number pops, which look cool. Like, because those blacklight, that looked really sick for Star Trek. I was like, I'll take a shot. And the same thing with Charlie. Like, if the drop is something really cool, like they came out the Halloween ones, I was really excited for those. These were really cool, something like that. Yeah, but if it's just kind of going to be another random one, the next drop, I may pass. I don't know, it's kind of hit or miss. But was this the first time you tried to get them, Ezra, or did you
Oh
get any
no,
other ones? Oh,
I
so
got
you
a
have
few of
some.
the. I got some of the Ninja Turtle BOP hooked me up with some of the Ninja Turtles, so I didn't have everything set up.
Okay.
And when the Freddy
Nice.
wave dropped, I got 4 or 5 packs, and I didn't get anything too
Nothing
grand, so I
crazy.
sold off a bunch of them.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, so I'm still holding on to like the few of the Freddy ones I had. I know, like Charlie said, he got the redeemable soda for the Freddy
That's
one,
lucky.
which
Yeah.
That soda's gonna be ridiculous.
that
I'm
thing,
so
I think
pumped.
it's gonna be more popular than the pops. Like that is crazy to even. It's gonna be down the line because I heard the Ninja Turtle ones, they just redeemed them like a week or so ago,
Yep.
and they're not supposed to get them till March, like the actual shipped. So I can only imagine when these are coming around sometime next fall, probably, or something, is when you
Yeah,
actually get
it
it.
said for the Halloween, it said that you're gonna get that coin in your account in February. And the
Okay, and then it
Star
takes a few
Trek,
months to ship.
yeah, which I didn't realize until now. The Turtles, like I thought that's when I was gonna get it.
Yeah, you
then
still gotta wait.
yeah, because the Star Trek one's not till March, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna get it next summer.
Yeah, you'll get it later.
Which
Yeah,
is
it's a whole
crazy.
nother year.
But
But at least it's out there. I mean, it's cool. I think it's cool that they're doing the redeemable aspect, like with the physical stuff. Because I think if they stuck strictly to NFT and just making it like that, it probably still would have sold to some people, but I don't think it would be
it won't be as
as
popular.
popular for at least for Funko
The
collectors,
Funko community, yeah, I agree.
yeah, who really want like a physical pop. But yeah, that was pretty much the majority of the news. It wasn't a crazy week. It was kind of mostly the Festival of Fun that was kind of, holding up a lot of it. But we wanted to kind of get into the next half of this episode, getting into, knowing Ezra. So Ezra, first of all, is someone that I met through the community, super good friend. Met him through YouTube, Instagram, etc. Because the Funko community. He also has his own business, so we'll get into that as well. But I just wanted to kind of start off with you, just let us know a little bit about you, whatever you want to say in general, not even just collector wise, just you in general, anything you want to share with us as a person or whatever, just feel free to do it. And then we'll just kind of get into knowing a little bit more.
Well, I'm the owner operator of Flipcake Designs, and everyone always asks me, where did that name come up from?
Yeah. Yes.
And it's kind of funny because I play video games a lot.
Okay.
So my gamer tag has always been Flipcake McStuffins.
Okay.
And it's just hilarious to say. Like, there's nothing about it. It's just funny to say. So whenever it came time I got my 3D printer and my laser, and I told my wife, I said, what am I going to name my business? She said, shorten your gamer tag. It's awesome. All right. Sounds good. So it's always just been Flipcake Designs. So it's a little bit more family friendly.
Yeah. I always thought it was funny too. Because when I met Ezra, it was like on like YouTube lives and he'd be in the chat and it was like Flipcake Designs, Flipcake, and people like, hey Flipcake. And then eventually if you knew him, he would say, hey Ezra. But I was like, it's got to be something about his business, or it's got to be something that's like connected to it. But I never could figure it out. I was like, he's not making like pancakes or things like. I was like, it's not the same at all. But yeah, so you kind of touched on it. So obviously you have your own business. So let us know a little bit about it. Like, what do you do specifically? Obviously it's called Flipcake Designs. I know you have kind of two sides of it. So there's a side that you do for Funko related stuff and collectors. And then there's the stuff that you do that's literally just business related stuff that you sell. But let us know a little bit about some of the products and the things that you do.
Like, me for the soda stands. This is totally unclean when they're cut. And we sit there and we clean every single one of them. So when it comes to you, it's clean. You're not having to go through the process of peeling off tape and all that. Then we roll them up, make it real nice and neat. And then other stuff I do is like ornaments. Right now I've got a bunch of ornaments going on, stuff like that.
Oh,
I still got to finish.
Oh, nice.
I still got to finish staining it a little. But it's got the animal prints, family names. Someone would thought that was funny. They're probably gonna see this and be like, "Oh man, you haven't packed my stuff yet." But it's like potatoes.
Oh, that's funny.
So I could do all kinds of cool stuff. And then like I know you've seen like on the luau the knives. I don't have any sitting here with me. And then just a variety of different stuff I can make.
Yeah, no, and you also made like my sign. If you guys are watching on YouTube, so I have an acrylic sign of my logo, which is an LED light underneath it, so it shines up to show off the logo. So I know you obviously make stuff like etched out things like that on acrylic. So pretty much acrylic and wood is what you kind of your laser machine basically does, right?
And then I did some wooden spoons for my kid to cook with in the kitchen. That's got different designs for her.
That's cool.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
just fun stuff, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know he said it, he touched on it in the beginning. If you don't know, if you're a soda collector, the reason why, like, this is one of the biggest products I get from him. Obviously, he made this one for me, which was awesome, but it's the soda stand, the little acrylic stands there. So all my sodas, I put them all in the front with the pog. So it's got a slit in the front to the pog and then the character on back, but they fit perfectly on the top of the can as well. So if you like displaying your soda on top of the can, you put it on there, it's flush. It stands on top and then you put the pog in front of it, which I think is like awesome. I like yours because it's very minimal. It's not too big or bulky. I know there's a lot of different people that make different products for sodas, and I always found yours to be awesome. And I always had a good relationship with you, so I was able to order them. Yeah, man, and you ship them out super quick. And I mean, I actually ran out, and I told Ezra the last time I hit him up, and I was like, I need to get some more. And I just placed an order for like an excessive amount just so I had them, because I was like, I just need extra ones because I know I'm going to keep getting sodas, and I'm like, I'm running out of room. Or if I have room, I can't put them. I was putting up cans up at the very top, just cans, because I couldn't put the figures outside. So I was like, I need some more. But yeah, definitely check him out for that stuff.
Yeah, I need to get me some of those.
Yeah, so. Charlie now, I was telling Charlie now is getting into sodas. I mean, I'm sure you heard throughout these episodes that in the beginning he didn't have any sodas, and then I got him super into it, and now this kid is buying sodas like nothing, right? and it's like all this crazy stuff. So he's definitely
I'm so pissed we missed that heat miser on Funko.com. That just dropped.
Oh my god!
I like that. Another thing that was dropped this week that we didn't mention in the beginning, and it's just like
yes,
they just dropped them, and like there's no one really talks about it, even in the community. I mean, Migs were saying it's like crazy.
Yeah, I think I always said that, like, I don't know if you know of somebody specific, Ezra, that obviously there's disc trackers, there's Funko finders, but they only talk about pops that drop and links to pops. They never talk about sodas. So like you have to just.
I'm always on top of it. If you need me to drop you the link whenever they drop, I got you.
Yeah, because the ones on Funko, man,
I gave you a hookup on a few of the spots I get them from, and you still get them there.
Yeah. So I know you told me there's a site you told me, and still to this day, it's my favorite site to get sodas, and Charlie now knows about it as well.
Gemini?
And yeah, Gemini,
I love
think
Gemini.
Is the best. The only thing is you just got to wait for them to get the newer one. So you might be a little bit later, and it's just kind of just random. Yeah. But right now they have so many still.
Like I feel like they're going to get the heat miser soon, and then I'll just get it from there, and I'll be totally.
Yeah, they have
fine.
to.
Yeah.
It usually takes them about a week or two, and they get them in.
Yeah, I was going to say, once you see them on Funko, usually about a week or so later, you'll see them there. Like they'll have their batch of and they usually have a good amount of them. I've had crazy luck with getting chases off of them. I always shout them out every time I do videos of them and stuff. So yeah, that's one I've been waiting. I go on there every day. Like me and Charlie will be like, oh, Gemini has this, or they don't have anything yet, or this came out. And we kind of just like waiting for it. I just hate that Funko drops them literally randomly. No one ever really says anything. And then you have to just be lucky. Like there was one day I was able to grab the barrel and all those when they dropped, because I was literally just on Funko and I just would refresh every once in a while. And I'm like, dude, Charlie, they're up here. Yeah. And he actually got out a little later than me and missed out on the barrel.
Yep.
But got like the Snow Miser and Hermie, I think, whatever. So yeah, it's a crazy. Sodas are crazy. So like, obviously, I know you love sodas, but what is like one of the biggest things you collect? Is it like, do you have more sodas than pops now, or do you have kind of like a mix?
My wall behind this camera is nothing but sodas, and then in like the bedroom is the pops.
Yeah, I knew sodas was like your big thing.
Do you like sodas better now than pops, would you say?
I started with the sodas about the second wave, and I've always been collecting them since. And then watching them explode the way they have, I'm just like, geez. It used to, you could wait a day or two and get them on the Funko shop. Now you can't even wait 30 seconds and they're gone.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, we've been saying it, and I know you guys obviously are more OG sodas, but they are clearly becoming one of their most popular products, like hands down.
Yeah, I really think it is. I think there's just so many different pops that like sometimes they miss. And I feel like with sodas, even though they're pumping them out like crazy now, they're still more limited. So like it still kind of gets you a little bit more excited like to get that because they'll sell out fast. And I mean, they obviously know what they're doing. They're coming out with some pretty, I think the molds look amazing on majority of them, especially the newer ones. They're like super detailed and they're like really coming out with a lot of them. But it's true, man. It's hard to keep up. If you're like a completionist at all, like don't even try because there's so many. And then, you know, there's a chase version and a common version and whatever. And it's just like, I try to keep up with it. Obviously, I have my own YouTube channel. So for content reasons, it's always good. But I miss some here and there, and or even skip on some. I even told Charlie when the drops will come, and I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna pass on these, but when this one drops, I'll go after it or something. So I'm a little bit more picky with it. But even besides Funko, so obviously we know you collect pops and sodas, like you said, are your big things. Is there anything else that you collect besides Funko that, or even you used to collect when you kind of started collecting
I like
in general?
custom artwork from other artists.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Anything specific?
I got something here that I could show you that you will really like. Everything's sitting right around my laser. Check that out, Nick.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Cool.
And he has like almost real eyes. The guy does a diorama. I mean,
that's awesome.
It's sick. And that came from overseas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Super
Hot
detailed.
Hot D Toys or something like that. This is a really cool guy. And then there's just different other figures that I like that. And then Tex, I don't know if you're getting into Tex or Quicks or whatever you want to call them.
I don't think no. What are those?
They're another little figure. They're expensive. I'd have to get up to show you, but
so it's
cool.
It's just a smaller figure.
Yeah, and they have them in, I want to say 3-inch, 6-inch, and 12-inch.
Okay.
But they're expensive. I have a 6-inch Dr. Doom. I think it's like $375, $325 for them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. So they're kind of like
definitely
kind of like Hot Toys, kind of like where you're getting
really
something.
Nice. They're really, really nice.
Are they detailed looking, or are they detailed looking figures, or are they more like have a style?
Let's see, I may have a box in my drawer right in front of me. I just don't want to climb over my camera to grab one.
I'm curious now.
Barely there.
Yeah, because obviously like Hot Toys, they make very detailed ones, and then
like everything, you always keep the boxes, right? I see that's the box that he comes in.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I think I've seen some of those. Those are also kind of like, those are kind of like art. They're almost kind of like the oh my god, what are those ones that I bought? The Jankies and stuff, like those, kind of like those figures. There's like an artist attached to it in a way. And
I have the Quicks Janky, which they combine with the same company to do the
Quicks that's sick.
Okay.
Janky.
Yeah. Okay. So you collect like that stuff too, designer toys and those. So is it all like kind of toys and figures besides the art? Because even the art ones are
it's still kind of figures.
Is that pretty much all you collect?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. That's cool. Yeah, I actually, it's funny that we started talking about other things besides obviously Funko, but figures, because Charlie, this is a funny one, but obviously you guys know I'm a huge Joker fan. So I mean, I say it all the time. It's one of my biggest fans ever. And I was looking for this for a while, and I realized they were only selling it overseas in the UK and I think like Australia, and it's a Hot Toys Cos Baby. So they dropped a Cos Baby school bus. I don't know if you've seen it, Ezra. So it's a yellow school bus with all the little the Joker like villains in the beginning of Dark Knight that were in the bus with Joker, but his like other guys with the masks, and they all have different masks on. They dropped one with a Cos Baby figure. I think was it 4 or 5?
I think there's 5 of them.
I think there's 5 of them. So it's not Joker. It's the other 5, and they're all inside of a bus. The display is actually a yellow bus, and they're individually in the windows with their little Cos Baby heads sticking out with their masks. And it's like a almost $300 piece because Hot Toy stuff is expensive. But this site, which actually, have you ever heard of Zavi? The site that dropped that new Superman exclusive recently, the flying Lois Lane and Superman pop.
Yeah.
So that came from this company, Zavi, which I had never heard of. Charlie kind of heard of them before. They're originally based in like the UK, but they have a US like site
store.
Yeah, in the store, and they had it on there. So he sends me the link. He's like, bro, they have it on there. It's on sale for like $60. It was like the craziest discount. And I'm like, bro, you have no idea how bad I want, because I'm a huge Joker fan. Like, I love that stuff. Like, the bank robber Joker is like my favorite pop. So like when I saw those drop, it was somebody who picked it up in the UK, somebody I've met through YouTube. and he put a picture up, and I'm like, oh my God, where'd you get that? And he was like, oh, this it's like a big chain store. It's basically like Walmart, but in UK. And I was like, okay. I was like, if they have any other ones, I was like, let me know if you go to the store again and you see it, whatever. And he was like, I'll look out for it, whatever. And I never really heard back because I figured they didn't have anything. And I just literally was like, I'm never going to find this. And I saw somebody in Australia had it. And I'm like, because you know how hard it is to get hot toys in general, or like those big release ones, it's like impossible to get. So I was like, when Charlie sent me that link, I freaked out and I was like, dude, I need this so bad.
When I saw that,
I
I
can't
was
wait
like
to get it in.
double taking. I'm like, is this like fake? Like, is this not legit? And
No,
then I
you can
saw
tell it's-
the website where it was from. I was like, oh no, this is legit. And they were having like discounts on a bunch of them. And I'm not sure if it's still like a Cyber Monday deal that's been like, extended,
Yeah.
or they're just trying to get rid of them. I part of me thinks they're just trying to get rid of them, which is crazy.
It could be that, yeah. The site has everything. I don't know if you had ever been on there. It's like ZAVVI. They have pops. They even have some
cool
sodas.
site.
They even have the Superman soda sealed.
Yeah.
You can still buy the for $11.
Wow.
Yeah. So like it was like random stuff like that, but I'm like, dude, this is awesome. And then and the shipping was only $5. It's in the US. It's based out of Delaware actually, which is interesting because that's not too far from us. So I was like, this is awesome because it'll probably come quicker.
Quick.
But yeah, I was excited for that thing. I mean, they had other Cos babies and on there and stuff. I don't have any of those yet. I know Charlie's a huge Marvel fan, so he has a lot of the Marvel ones because those they sell through the Disney site. So like otherwise, the main hot toys and Cos baby stuff, most of them are overseas or Japan and stuff, and they're like impossible to get. So it was actually pretty cool that those. So yeah, that's another thing I've like been getting a little bit of other figures. Like I just recently got that glow in the dark Chop designer toy. I got one of those. And I'm like, I'm never gonna get any more of these because they're just so expensive. But I was like, I want one. It glowed in the dark. It looked cool. He's got an axe, so it was almost kind of like horror related. So I ended up grabbing one of those. But yeah, I didn't get too hardcore into some of that extra stuff. But those artist ones are pretty cool. The ones that you get that you're able to grab.
You know the pop rides, right? The Funko pop rides.
Yep.
The Ninja Turtle van. The pop rides.
Yes.
The soda figures fit inside of it perfect.
Oh, that's
Really?
awesome.
That's
I
a
seen
cool
someone
way to
post a
display
picture
it.
of that, and I was like, that is really cool. And
Yeah,
it
it's
made me
pretty
have to
cool.
go find one.
Yeah,
That
no,
just
I don't
dropped,
have
right?
that.
Yeah. I think I just recently dropped that it's through
No,
is it
a
game?
T-shirt dropped of it.
Yeah, the T-shirt. drop.
Oh, okay.
The pop ride is old at this point.
Yes, okay. So
Yeah.
the t-shirt, but it's of that.
Yeah, yes.
It's what the t-shirt is. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. That's what I figured. Yeah, so that's got to probably be super hard to get then at this point, like the OG actual bus or whatever the ride that they're in.
I feel like that's a good idea though, going forward for like, I don't want to like say accessories for sodas, but like if they were to come out with like other stuff, like if they came out with a Batmobile or like, and then you could put the Batman soda in, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, they don't have anything if you think
No.
about it, right? Like they're like it. I think maybe now that sodas are getting super popular and they're making a lot of characters that they also have in pop form. I always thought like a display where you can show both of them kind of together is always cool. Like if you had the OG Batman pop and OG Batman soda, and you were able to kind of put them together in a way, would be pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure somebody will make something like that. I know like you actually make something for the sodas, like the little tubes as well, right? The little so
well, I went in
put
to
the
partner
can in.
with somebody to get them. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the tubes that we were doing, and someone wanted to go in partners with me and do those, and I've kind of slowed down on them because it's something I personally don't make. I can't make cylinder objects yet. Yet is a keyword.
Yeah. hey, figure it out eventually. Hopefully it'll work out. So back to like Funko stuff. I did want to ask you, just personally, what is like a character that they don't make yet that you want either them to make in a Funko Pop and to make in a Funko Soda? Like, what is somebody that you're like, bro, they need to make this line or just this specific one? Because you collect both of them, I kind of wanted to know which one of each do you think is somebody you really want that they don't have yet.
That's a tough one to call because there's a lot of old good cartoons that they haven't done figures on. But then like the funny side of me is like, I would love to see a Carol Baskins.
It's funny you say that. I'm like, well, she probably would never give the rights.
Yeah, I
to
feel
have
like
a
her
man
of
of
all
her.
Well,
on that
she has the U2s. She has her
Oh,
own
they
figure in
do.
the U2s already.
Oh, I
Yes,
did
I've
not
seen
know
it
that.
at the bookstore, and I'm like, man, if this was a pop and the Chase variant was a bloody version of her, game on. I'd have to get it.
Because Netflix has definitely been getting in the game of like licensing like all of their shows in the pop form. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I mean, the new season
Yeah,
of
like a
Tiger King
Tiger
just came
King.
out. I know
Yeah.
it's not as popular now, but I mean, people would definitely buy those.
Yeah. Or make
Oh,
it like a
yeah.
con exclusive or something, or it's like
Yeah,
super,
that'd be a
super
good con exclusive.
rare. That would be kind of cool. What about sodas? Because I know you got a ton of sodas, so there's got to be a figure that you're like, why have they not made a soda yet?
I wish they would come into license with Nintendo. If they went into license with Nintendo,
Yes.
they would lock down everything.
Yep.
If they had Zelda, Freddy Funko as Zelda,
Oh.
I'd be the first one to own it.
Me too.
That would be
we've talked about it in
insane.
a past episode. Like Nintendo clearly just doesn't want to give it to them. I mean, or they
It
want
has to be.
ungodly amounts of money, and Funko's like, no, but they should just strike a deal because the power. There's a lot of big fandoms out there, but Nintendo, like their fandom is huge, and like
Yeah.
people want everything. They probably don't want to compete with their amiibo figures, but it's completely different. I'd get both.
Oh yeah. If you're a Funko
Yeah.
fan, you definitely would. And like we spoke about it before in depth, where like it would be one of those things that would get new people to collect Funko that never did before, just because they're so hardcore Nintendo fans.
Totally.
Like it would just explode on both ends. But I didn't think about it like what you said. So I thought about it obviously like a Super Mario Kart, Zelda. But if they made like an exclusive Freddy as Mario, Freddy as Zelda, like dude, that would be
so cool.
like the other ones could be maybe more of a common pop, but something like that would be crazy.
And then like the normal with him in like the normal tunic and the wooden shield and wooden sword, but then the Chase, he's all mastered out.
Yeah.
There's so much they could do with it. Like there's so many characters, so many variations of them. Like, yeah, they would go bananas with that, I feel like. But I think it would sell. I mean, people would want it. It's especially the big characters like Zelda and anything in the Mario universe would be insane. Like whether it's a soda or I think it would be perfect for sodas. Obviously, the pops would be amazing. But yeah, as a soda, I think that'd be sick because they totally could fit that into a can. Like I know that I've always said personally, I think you would agree with this, is that they need to make the OG, like original horror guys like Mike Myers, Freddy, like those need to be sodas. Like why not?
But there's some of the licensing. I know there's like licensing issues with some of
it.
It
Has to be, yeah, it has to be. But it just makes it weird because we actually talked about this when it came to Marvel sodas, is that there has to be a different license for a pop and a soda, which sounds like weird, like it shouldn't, but there must be. Because there's Star Wars pops and there's not sodas. So there has to be some kind of like, and maybe because Marvel ones are kind of new, maybe they kind of found their way around
the deal. I thought
about maybe or something.
They like
but with Star Wars, don't they all have to be on podiums?
They do.
Yeah, which I think they still could do it in a soda. I mean,
you have to make it a little bit smaller.
Maybe a little bit smaller. I was actually hearing that some of the newer cans are a little bit taller. I know you had told me they were a little wider. I think they're a little taller now.
And it's everything after
barely,
the Baxter can, they're a little bit wider. Everything after Baxter is just a little bit wider.
Yeah, so I mean, you and to the naked eye, a regular person, you probably have no idea. Obviously, you can tell because you're making pieces that fit on these things specifically, but to a normal person, you're probably not even gonna know. So if they made it like literally a tad bit smaller, or I mean bigger, like whether it's taller or wider, I think you could totally fit even with the stand. I mean, or maybe there's a way bypassing that because they bypassed it with the Marvel sodas. They're not bobbleheads.
But it's funny you say that though. So like I have, obviously everyone knows Star Wars is my biggest collection. I have Star Wars Dorbs. I have Star Wars. They don't have stands. The Star Wars vinyls that Funko's made, they don't have stands either. It's only the pops, which is
so maybe it's a very
strange like
license to that.
Yeah. Which I don't.
The wording and license, it's got to be.
It has to be something. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously not just like, there's no way it's like Funko's like, man, we don't want to make Star Wars.
Yeah, there's no way.
We don't want to like, that's not, like, there's got to be like something that's saying like, we can't, or like there's a process to do it. And it's probably the same reason why they're not doing Nintendo stuff yet. They don't have that license. And we knew that one made sense because Nintendo in general, their license is so like lock key. Like you cannot get that at all. Like Charlie said it before, like they make their own stuff. Like they try to make their own pop looking figures or whatever because they don't want to give it out to other people. So it's just a crazy one because I feel like we're missing, and it would make collecting even better if we were able to grab some of these like huge ones. But yeah, that's a good one that you said, because we thought about that as well, as Nintendo being like something that we're totally missing. But yeah, that's pretty sick. So I know you have some pretty OG stuff like pops and sodas and stuff like that. So what are some of like your top grails that you have that like, it could be a personal grail or just like something that might be really expensive or whatever that you currently have in your collection? And what is some stuff that you really want? Like what's a grail that you absolutely wish you had in your hands, or it would be one of your favorite ones if you don't have it already?
Ooh, soda wise, one of my biggest ones is probably my AP Crusader Rabbit. I know he's
Yeah,
not
so
worth a whole
explain to us.
lot.
Yeah, explain the AP thing though. I don't know if Charlie, if you know about the
Yeah,
AP when it comes to
no,
sodas.
I
They're
don't.
the
Yeah, so
artist
explain that.
proof. They're the artist proof edition, and the way you can really only find them is if you go to HQ and you're like, hey, this soda doesn't belong here, I'm gonna buy it, and you open it and you're like, oh, I got the AP.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
it
cool.
says it on the
So
pod
like
too. Instead of a
whenever they're
number
going
piece
through,
count.
it just has AP on it. Yeah. So whenever they're in production of making it for whatever, whoever, like let's say like the Devo character, since they're making it of him, they send him the artist proof and a proto of it,
Okay.
so he can look at them and say, yeah, go ahead and put them in production. And then they start putting them in production after that, because there
Yeah.
could be just like a small difference in the artist proof.
That's
A
pretty
certain
cool.
color, a certain hue, something so small you can't tell, but they want their okay before they get it
Okay.
in production line.
Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty
sick.
awesome.
Yeah, I know. And you have a few APs, right? A couple of different
I have
characters.
one. I just have the Crusader Rabbit.
Oh, you just had
Someone that
okay.
offered me a good amount for my other one, and I was like, I only like my rabbit. It's okay.
Yeah, so you got
And then like
yeah, I
my
mean, because they sell, man. There it's like a one in the
Yeah,
piece, you know, like you
that's
don't
a
see it
pretty
anywhere else.
limited collectible.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like
like my
super
other
limited.
high one is like my Matthew Patel chase and all the original Ninja Turtles. I have them all in chase. The whole line is chase.
Nice.
And then some of the ad icons, some are just ridiculous.
Yep. Yeah,
What
some of
else?
those original wave ones are
I've been
crazy.
down a little bit. I had the whole Motu line minus a couple, but it kept getting so big, and I told my wife, I said, I don't even watch Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
I'm collecting them
that's
for
how
the
I
fun
was.
of it. I was like, I'm
I got
collecting
rid
them
of
for
them
the
too.
fun of it by now.
Yeah, there are way too many of that line. That's definitely we've said this before, but that's like probably a Brian of Funko must love that show. I mean, they keep pumping those out. Like the demand is not there for that. And the new Kevin Smith show, but I know that was very divisive. So
yeah, you could tell there's like personal things that they love that they're gonna pump out no matter what. And it's like, because even like you said, the Matthew Patel that you have, so like Scott Pilgrim, like I didn't think it was really that popular, but like they come out with every version of that in a soda or pop, whatever they do.
That's the same
probably
thing.
because he's like a huge fan of it. Like it has to be.
Has to
well,
be.
he's already said that his number one soda, that's his favorite out of everything that came out, was the what was that? The purple Huckleberry or whatever, Huckleberry Hound.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment he said it, it went through the roof.
Of course. Yeah, like, oh well, this got to be one of the best ones. Everyone just goes after it. That's sick. So what's a grail that like you really want to get your hands on, soda or pop?
I wouldn't say it's a die-hard must, but I want to finish my Viking lines on my pops.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
that's
nice.
a grail, because that's something me and my wife are really into, is watching the Viking show, and they're going to be dropping the new Viking show next year. Netflix picked it up, and I'm like, we need to get this finished before that comes out, because it's going to.
How many is in that line? Is there a lot of them, or
there's four or 5 of them? We're lacking just 2 of them now.
Oh, nice.
At this point, though, or have they gone up in price? Are they pretty expensive?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the most part, they're all roughly about 100 or more.
Okay.
And then you have like the Seer, who's cheap. The Seer, I think, is like $20-30 or so, but everything else, Rolo and the main characters have gone up.
Nice. I like when like they had those lines like that.
Yeah, me
like
too.
Short ones.
They don't do that anymore. Like a lot of the TV shows when they were first starting to really make pops in like TV form, like there was a few, some of the main characters, like they moved on. Like I was a huge Sons of Anarchy fan. I have all of the pops in that line, and like it's not like there's a lot of them. Like, and it was easy to get them. Like, even Breaking Bad was that way in the beginning. Then when it really blew up, they started to make more, but it's still not like a huge line.
Yeah. Yeah, overall, I was
They
actually
want
gonna
our
say something
money,
to get. It's
but
so funny. Of course, but I like it because they're still grails because their value stays pretty high. They generally are actually vaulted. They're not like some of these other vaulted pops that they continue to reproduce. Like they really do not reproduce them.
no.
And it's like, and even some of those, what's cool about it is even though they're not maybe PPG value really high, like you're not gonna find them for cheaper than like a certain price because people just hold on to them and like they know that they're valuable. Like I had, like you said, Sons of Anarchy, I had picked up the oh my god, what's his name? The dude
Jack
that
Stiller?
was no, not I had the Jax, but the dad.
Clay.
Oh my god. Clay, yeah. So that one, his PPG value is not that crazy. And it's like pretty decent. But I had picked it up off somebody for the price that it's pretty much going for because people are just selling it like it's a grail because it doesn't exist anymore. It's an old pop or whatever. And I was like, I gotta have this. I do have a Jax. I actually pulled that in a mystery box, which is pretty sweet. But they do have an exclusive Jax. You have all of them. You even have the one
that's the only
very
one.
expensive.
That's the
there's
only
one
I
that's
do not
pretty
have.
pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like him in like the jacket.
Which that was an exclusive to something. But I'm not sure.
Somebody's exclusive. I don't know if it was a con or exclusive to an actual store.
I think it was a con because I have everything besides that.
Yeah, that
like
one.
my latest grail that I picked up, Migs, was my ghost face. Thank God I got him when I did. I think I paid like $150, but I traded in a bunch of pops.
Yeah,
and
like
I got
me.
him, and I got him, and I'm grateful that I got him because once that new show drops or the new movie drops in January, February, it's gonna be ridiculous. Because even though it says it's 180 in PPG, people were asking a whole lot more than 180.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Same thing with mine. I mean, I got him even earlier on. I got him when his PPG was a little bit lower, but even when it started to go up into the hundreds or maybe 200, people sell that thing for like $300-$400 sometimes. I'm like, what not auctions? You're like, why? Like it's not signed or anything. Like, why is it like that much more? But it's just the hype. There's certain ones that will always have that carry that hype of like being grails, like you need this pop type of things, and the price value always goes up.
But do you think
some of these people and whatnot are smart on the way they market it too? So
do you think the value of that pop will go up with the new movie or it will go down because they're gonna ultimately make a new version of it, the character?
I don't know. I wonder if they're gonna make a new one. I hope not, because
I feel like
it's the only one. And but you think about it, there's already 4 movies and they only have one.
But yeah, but Funko wasn't like what it is now with a new movie to come out. That's my only thing.
I don't know. I hope they don't, because if they do, it could do one of two things. It could still raise the value because the OG one will still always be like the one, because it's kind of like OG. Yeah, it's like it's when they come out with a reproduction of another one or a newer version, usually the OG one will go up, but sometimes it does bring it down because now it's like, all right, now we have multiple ones and it's not as sought after. It's not the only one. I think with this one, it would stay up there because, like Ezra said, it's like it's already one that's selling no matter what. Even if the value isn't said to be that high, it's always going to be sold like it's high. But I think if they do anything with the movie, they should do the other characters, if anything, and not even do Ghostface, and just keep it like, no, the OG one already exists.
But I know what Charlie means because that's happened to Ahsoka Tano and General Grievous.
Yeah, I was gonna say General Grievous. Yeah.
Once they started dropping those, it's like went down and down and down and down and down, and I'm like, no.
To me, it shouldn't. It's a different figure, but I don't know. I just feel like they're bound to like make it just because.
I would hate it though. Even as a horror fan, it'd be cool, but like, it's just one of those. Like that's why I mean, I'm sure why Ezra likes it too. It's like it's that one. It's the only one they have. Like they don't even have it. That's the same reason. Like I wish they had it in a soda form. They don't have it in soda form, and if they did, I think it would be ridiculous. But would that affect the pop? Like, would they now make it not as necessarily as popular or something? Like, I don't know. It's interesting to think.
It's cool if they only make the one though. Like, I don't think I have really anything in my collection that I collect that like it is just one character from something.
Yeah, there's not even like
movies of.
Yeah, there's not other characters that came in. It's just the picture of the art from the movie poster, and that's it. Yeah, same thing with the Billy from Saw. they do make two because they make like a bloody chase, a glow in the dark bloody one, but that's it. They don't make like the other like Jigsaw or like the other. I don't think that I know of.
I don't think they do.
make.
But I feel like the reason I even bring it up, like I'm thinking of like Michael Myers, for example. Like I know it's a version from the new movie, but they made them for that. And I think this movie is just going to be on par with popularity of that, or more popular.
Yeah.
The one that I'm looking forward to, that I personally want to get, is the original Crow. And I know Jason Momoa is being shown as the Crow already, and I'm like, this is gonna kill it. That's gonna go up.
Yeah, that's why I grabbed that one, and this one's got pretty. So it's a little torn up on the corners, and I did not care. And they said it. They were like, we're gonna show. They sold it for a little cheaper because of that. But same reason. I was like, it's not. Now they make a glow in the dark Hot Topic one as well, and that one's super pricey. But this is just a basic one. But I was like, you know what? I just want the basic one. That movie's amazing. That character is so sick. Like, but I hope, if they start coming out with new versions and variations, it's going to be interesting, because some of these is the opposite. Like Freddy and Mike Myers, they're so common. Like they reproduce them so many times on Funko, they'll just pop up again and they'll have another version of it. But it's one of those ones where if you look at the dates, you'll see that they have different dates. Like there's the OG box, then there's one that was reproduced, and that doesn't have any value. It's literally just a common pop price, which is sad, because those should have, unless you get like the glow in the dark, those like really rare versions of like a chase or whatever. Otherwise the common ones are pretty standard.
It's weird. They've been doing that. Like not to continue on this topic real quick. Like I know Funko now has like the OG Darth Maul on their website. It's clearly just a reproduction.
It's a reproduction. One. Yeah, it's like, a reproduction.
I'm surprised they did that. I mean, they've made I have almost every Darth Maul pop, and it's like there's been so many after. I know one's from Clone Wars, one's from Rebels, but like, I don't see why they're still selling that mold. They also do it with the original Thor from an Age of Ultron is still up on that shop. Like there's no way that's
it's the old. But it's the old mold. It still looks like the old OG, but the box obviously is brand new, and it's probably like a little different dated. But I don't know why they do it. It's weird. Like, did they just have extra that they made and now they're just doing it? Or are they actually making? Because it'd be weird to think that they're making the mold brand new, but look like the old version.
It makes no sense.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't know, but yeah, that would be a pretty cool one. If the Ghostface one, I think is just awesome. I just hope, I don't know. I guess we'll see when the movie comes out. Now everything that comes out pretty much there's a pop of it, so it is going to be interesting if that's going to affect it or not.
Ezra, I see you're wearing the Wolverine Black Light shirt. Do you have all the Black Light Marvel pops?
No, but I found this one in the wild.
Oh,
that's always the best when you find it like that, though.
Which ones do you have?
I pulled the most expensive one. I think I got the Hulk, and I pulled him out of a mystery box.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
I want this stuff mystery box.
I'm missing.
And then
you have the Spider-Man one?
That's the only Spider-Man one I have, is the little one.
I have that too.
Nice.
I wish I had the bigger Spider-Man, but I don't. And then like the Ghost Rider and the more expensive ones, no, I don't have none of those. But like the Deadpool, I do. And I went to go get the Black Panther, and they said someone had bought them all out.
Yeah.
But I do have a few of them, but not a lot of them.
They canceled our Black Panther orders. So annoying.
And then like they're like popping up in certain stores, and I was like, I'm never gonna. It's like one of those ones I'm not gonna get.
We get nothing in our area at all. Like
our area's Targets are so bad. Like it's up here. And I don't know if it's that they get stuff and the employees just take it, or if they just don't get anything, or if it's just that popular in the area that people buy them out right away. But it's like near impossible to get. Like you said, you saw that in the wild. I got lucky and I saw that
Venom, right?
Yeah, that was the Venom one. That was the other t-shirt one though. The Venom one, the Eddie Brock. That one I saw at an actual Target, but it wasn't my local Target. I had to go kind of far away. I just happened to be in that certain area, and I stopped by that Target, and they had it in person. I was like, okay, this is sick. And I remember grabbing it because I was like, in my Target, I never get anything. And I actually had a buddy of mine who found me the Hulk the 10-inch at his
That's
Target.
the one I've been looking for.
Yeah, because my Target didn't have it ever, and he was like, dude, he's like, there was two of them, but one box was like destroyed. He's like, there's two of them, one box is bad, the other one looks pretty good. He was like, do you want this? I know you get the black. I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, grab that. And it was on sale. I was telling Charlie, he
Yeah, which
rang
I
it
don't
out.
get.
It was $20, $20.99. I was like, dude, freaking grab that. I was like, it was after Funko's prices went up and stuff too. So I was like, it's probably gonna be $40 or something. And it wasn't. I was like, dude, grab that. And it's so funny because I still haven't seen him yet since then. So I don't even have it like myself yet. He still has it. He's still holding it. I'm like, dude, I need to get that. Yeah, that's an exciting one. I like the black lights. We talked about before, like we're into it. There's just so many, I feel like now. And those Grail ones are just like
The Jimi
so
Hendrix
hard to
is
get.
cool.
Yeah, that is
Yes,
a cool one.
I'm
and
glad
then another one's
I
still
got that.
coming.
Yeah, there's supposed to be another one in Funko Shop, which was supposed to drop before this one was even ever announced, which looks different. And I don't know if they're just not going to do it now and they had this version or what, because that
Yeah,
one
it's
we were
weird.
waiting for a while for. That original one that
Well, then
was
you got all
supposed
the
to drop.
shipping containers setting out in the ocean that delaying everything.
That's probably why. I
That's like
actually,
we
it's
haven't.
fun. I just want to say it's funny because like you obviously doing your business and buying acrylic and wood and all that, about the prices and things have been going up and down and stuff. Do you think that Funko, when their pops went from 11 to 12, but their sodas went up to 15, do you think that's because of like the aluminum can stuff, because of the price on that, or you think that's just because everyone loves sodas and they just want to?
The price of everything's going up though. It's just the price of everything has gone up. Because like I do a lot of in my normal daily job I deliver plumbing supplies, and within the last 6 months of being there twice now, prices have gone up almost 13% each time.
Oh
wow. Yeah, it's been nuts. I know with that and with production and everything, it's definitely been nuts. So it's interesting.
I know I saw Funko looking to get like a warehouse. I think it was like Nevada or somewhere. If they can do that and they can produce their own here in the state, that'll be nice.
Yeah, we had talked about that a little bit.
I do partially think though they know the popularity of sodas and people get all of them. It's why it had the biggest like price increase, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean it would make business sense for them because they know, like
and you can't get a case from them no more.
That's the thing. It's like it's like even for me now, because I've tried to, it's hard to slow down, man, but I've tried to slow down, but I always go and I buy 2 cans. I mean, you guys have known me. I always get 2 cans. I don't go crazy, but I also don't like just getting one. So now when I get 2 cans and I'm like, damn, once I get to 4 cans, I was like, I could have had 5 cans if it was the price that it used to be. And I'm like, now it starts adding up and I'm like, damn, it's making it a little bit tougher because I'm trying to be a little bit more picky on like, I really want that one or I need that one versus like before I would get the Motu ones. I'm like, oh, these are cool. I'll open them. I'll try to get Chase. Now I'm like, if a new Motu one comes out, I'm like, I'm not going to get it. I was like, I don't collect that enough to like pay that extra price to get it now. I'm just like, and the thing is like these other sites, their prices bumped up a little bit. That's why I like Gemini, because theirs isn't that crazy. Their price is still like what Funko is around there. Some other sites, they bump it up a little bit more.
And they didn't bump it up
makes it harder
when there was a price increase, which I like. Otherwise,
so that was it. Yeah, so that was always there.
There always was a little more money, but you knew you were probably going to be able to get them from there. And they didn't. I know other third-party sites have increased their prices where they didn't, which I like.
Yeah, makes it interesting, but I don't know. We're still going to collect, man. I'm sure that's what we do, and we'll still be buying them no matter what. I know Ezra, like I said, I know he's a huge soda collector. So he's actually been the one that has given me some of these sites and some of these extra little tips and stuff on places to go. And I've actually gotten lucky lately with some of the ones. But Ezra, I just wanted to, before we finish up here, just have you just let us know a little bit about, where we could find you if people are listening. Obviously, I know you have Instagram. You also have a YouTube page. I know you don't really use it too often, but you need to get back to making those. I know you had a couple videos of you creating 3D printing and stuff, which is pretty cool because the 3D printer to me still baffles my mind. I don't know how the hell that actually works, but just tell us a little bit about like what page, your name of your pages and stuff, and where people can find you. And then obviously for your business stuff, like what they could do if you have a site or if they hit you up on Instagram or what.
On Instagram and Facebook, it's Flipcake Designs. And you can always just direct message me, and I'll work with anybody and everybody on whatever needs to get done. And if something seems too high, then I can always go down in price and work with everybody individually.
Nice.
Great.
I always try to do that for everybody.
Yeah, he's been, dude, trust me, he's awesome. Like, he'll give you bundle deals if you're getting like multiple things and or getting a lot of them. Like if you're gonna get those little the soda stands, if you order a bunch of them, I know he'll hook you up with a pretty good deal by getting like a bunch of them as a bundle. So definitely hit him up. Charlie, is there anything else you wanted to ask Ezra?
Yeah, just real quick. I mean, I know we talked a little bit about the Nintendo, but is there a soda line that you would like to see them make that, you know, they'll continuously come out with them, how they're doing with, you know, the Marvels of the world and, you know, the Disney ones? Like, is there a line you really want to see them come out with?
Street Sharks.
Dude, you have some like amazing, like random ones. That would be pretty cool.
And Biker Mice from Mars.
Street Sharks. Yeah. I used to have those as a kid.
Another, I think you would like this one too. I think Charlie brought this up, and another one was Power Rangers. Remember we talked about Power Rangers?
I would like the Power Ranger ones.
That'd
be pretty cool.
Because like even the pops are pretty nice.
Do they make Street Sharks pops?
No.
That would be a cool one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess he has those one-offs that you don't really think of. But that's the thing with Funko and the fact
they're the only brand that will make that type of stuff.
Yeah, like, they can make something weird or make a cartoon, a movie.
We'll
eventually
get like the Brawny Man.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they're starting to, they did the Morton Salt Girl, so they get into the random ad ones. So I'm sure there's gonna be more than the gym. There's still some that I feel like they should have and they don't have yet even, like, and I'm like surprised. Or like when they started coming out with that foodie line, I always found it interesting that instead of making a box, they could have made the mascot from that box. Like there's certain, I can't think of the one off the top of my head, but there was a cereal, or it was one of those ones that they made it into one of those stupid little boxes, but the actual character that they had as like a mascot could have been made as a pop, and they haven't done it. I can't think of who it was though, but yeah, those things are terrible.
I don't think anyone really collects those.
Not a fan. But all right. So anything else? I think it was good talking to you.
Yeah, it was great talking to you.
I'm glad you hopped on, and you obviously were our second guest. We're going to be doing this, I think we had mentioned it before, once a month. Usually the first episode of the month we'll get a guest for you guys, different people in the community. I thought of Ezra right away because, like I said, awesome guy. I know that he is a huge collector, huge soda collector. And then obviously wanted to let you guys know, if you've never heard of him, or if you guys collect sodas and you're looking for a great way to display them, or you want to get an awesome LED light like this with your logo, we're probably going to have to hit you up about something for our collector chatter one soon. Yeah. But definitely hit up Ezra. Like you said, DM him at Flipcake Designs is his on Instagram or Facebook, and he'll definitely answer. Is awesome guy. Thank you so much, Ezra. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for the invite on.
Yeah, and I know you're a listener too, so that was another reason. I know you listen and you comment on our stuff, and you've been there from the beginning. Obviously, you supported me on my Pop Migs page, and then once I started this, I know you right away you were like, "Oh, I'll definitely listen to you guys. You have long drives and stuff, delivering all that stuff." So I figured,
we really appreciate the support. So yeah, you were definitely a guest we had to have on.
Thank you so much. So make sure that you're following him and all his social media platforms. Also, make sure you are subscribed to us if you aren't already here on YouTube. Listen on different platforms like Spotify and Apple, and also follow us on Instagram. And make sure that you hit us up. Comment, like Charlie always says, comment down below. We like to, let you guys know, communicate with you guys and everything like that. So really appreciate it.
Keep it coming. And just like Migs just said, like I always say, comment, but let us know some things you want us to talk about. Like, I mean, I know we have tons of episode ideas that we want to do, but if there's something that you think that you really want to hear, let us know. We're going to make an episode about it. So yeah,
absolutely. But thanks again to Ezra. Thank you guys all for listening. Again, this was Collector Chatter Podcast, episode 13, and hope everybody has a great week as we lead up to the holiday season. So thank you guys so much. And until next week, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, everyone.